Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. RHOBH Mauricio Umansky slammed, exploiting deadly wildfires for personal gain. RHOBH house husband, Mauricio Umansky is being slammed as fans feel he exploited the deadly wildfires for personal gain. He has his real estate firm, The Agency, and though he has offered to help, it felt more like solicitation. So, what did Kyle Richards' estranged husband have to say? Keep reading for more details. For the last decade, RHOBH fans have watched as Mauricio Umansky built his real estate business from the ground up. He started working with his brother-in-law, Rick Hilton. Yet, Mauricio was excelling, so he wanted more from Hilton and Highland. Unfortunately, they were not willing to give him what he asked, and then, he was offered the opportunity to go out on his own. Although he knew it could fracture his wife's relationship with her sister, Kathy Hilton, and Rick, they were willing to take the risk and a chance. It paid off immensely, and Mauricio went on to open dozens of offices for his real estate firm, The Agency. They were global, and Kyle was by his side for the grand openings, supporting him constantly. Sadly, in July 2023, the couple called it quits after nearly 30 years together. He moved out of their home and has been dating up a storm. However, he has gotten in some loan trouble, and now, the father of 4 is being called out for exploiting the deadly wildfires for his personal gain. According to Reality Blurb, Mauricio shared a post that was supposed to be helpful but came off as tone-deaf. He took to Instagram to say he was praying for California and all of those who were affected. More so, Mauricio shared that he and the agency would do whatever they could do to help. Not everyone thought this was genuine and expressed their disdain. Helping how? Charging $50 million for a house? We all know that is exactly what he meant. Helping by selling multi-million-dollar houses. How about opening up extra rooms or houses to those in need or displaced? Mauricio Umansky slammed for exploiting deadly wildfires for personal gain. In a shocking turn of events, real estate mogul Mauricio Umansky, star of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills RHOBH, has come under fire for allegedly exploiting the devastating wildfires in California for personal gain. The controversy began after Umansky, who is the founder and CEO of The Agency, a luxury real estate firm, made headlines for capitalizing on the disaster in a manner that many have labeled opportunistic and insensitive. While wildfires ravage parts of California, leaving thousands displaced, properties destroyed, and entire communities struggling to recover, Umansky seemed to embrace an unexpectedly controversial approach, with an Instagram post showcasing his apparent efforts to assist in the aftermath. He was quick to highlight his real estate services, offering to help homeowners impacted by the fires find new homes or sell their properties for a profit. What many initially interpreted as an attempt to provide aid quickly spiraled into a firestorm of backlash. A delicate line between business and compassion. Mauricio Umansky, a fixture on RHOBH and husband to Kyle Richards, has built a successful empire in luxury real estate, with a career that has long been characterized by savvy business moves. However, in the midst of a natural disaster where lives are at risk, the line between business and compassion became murky. Critics argue that his actions blurred that line in a way that was seen as exploiting a tragedy to promote his brand and services. While many of us are grieving the loss of homes, loved ones, and memories, Mauricio sees it as an opportunity to make a sale, one commenter wrote on Instagram. It's tone-deaf and deeply disrespectful to those suffering. The criticism didn't stop there. Critics on social media took to calling him heartless and selfing, citing how, instead of focusing on providing meaningful support or resources for those impacted, his focus appeared solely on securing business for his company. His promotional tone, alongside his images of smoke-filled skies and charred landscapes, left many questioning the ethics behind his approach. A desperate need for sensitivity. The issue isn't just about Umansky's business acumen but the timing and manner in which he leveraged his platform. During times of crisis, the public expects sensitivity from celebrities and influencers who hold the power to sway opinions and direct attention. By promoting his business services in the immediate aftermath of such an emotionally charged event, it felt to many that Umansky was prioritizing his bottom line over empathy. Wildfires, particularly in California, are an all too familiar disaster. Year after year, the state grapples with blazes that wreak havoc on both the environment and human lives. Thousands of families are left in the wake of these tragedies with nothing but the ashes of what they once called home. For them, it's a time of loss and devastation, not an opportunity for business ventures. And yet, Mauricio's post painted the recovery process in a far different light. Many questioned his awareness of the enormity of the crisis. Does he really understand the scale of the devastation? Is he aware that people have lost their entire lives? Asked another commenter on Twitter. Instead of promoting your luxury real estate services, maybe you should donate or help those in need. An Instagram post that sparked outrage. The controversy erupted following an Instagram post that went viral. In it, Umansky posted a picture of the sky engulfed in thick smoke, a hauntingly beautiful yet tragic image of nature's fury. The caption read, "As fires continue to burn through California, my team and I are here to help those affected. Whether you need to sell your property or find a new home, we're committed to helping you rebuild your life." The post was adorned with hashtags like California Fires, Rebuild, and Real Estate, which many perceived as tone-deaf given the situation. Umansky was immediately met with a wave of backlash. Comments flooded in, condemning the insensitivity of the post and accusing him of attempting to profit off of people's suffering. Is this really the right time to talk about selling homes? One follower questioned. It's not a market opportunity, it's a human disaster. Though Umansky later deleted the post, the damage was done. The real estate mogul found himself in a battle to regain public favor as he tried to explain his actions. He claimed that the intention behind his post was simply to offer assistance to those who might need to relocate, not to profit off the tragedy. But the damage to his reputation lingered, with many unable to see beyond the optics of the situation. The fine line of celebrity influence. At the heart of the controversy is a larger conversation about the responsibility of celebrities and influencers when it comes to using their platforms during times of crisis. Celebrities have the ability to reach millions of people with just a single post, and with this influence comes the responsibility to act with sensitivity and awareness. While it's not uncommon for public figures to use their reach to highlight important causes, the nature of that reach should be approached with caution. In this case, Umansky's post seemed to miss the mark, suggesting a lack of awareness of the gravity of the situation. Instead of being a voice for relief efforts or a source of tangible aid, it was seen as a marketing opportunity, a sentiment that left many feeling disillusioned. Mauricio's efforts to make amends. In the wake of the controversy, Mauricio attempted to regain control of the narrative. He issued a public apology on Instagram, stating that he had never intended to exploit a tragedy and that his intent had always been to offer help to those in need. He went on to explain that his family had been personally affected by wildfires in the past, making the situation especially personal for him. "I understand how my actions were interpreted, and I regret that it hurt those who are suffering," he wrote. "I've spoken to some of the victims, and I am committed to supporting local organizations to help rebuild." While the apology was an attempt to make amends, many felt that words alone wouldn't be enough. The reality of the situation is that Umansky's actions had already sparked a wider conversation about the ethics of celebrity involvement in crises. Whether his apology would be enough to repair his image remained to be seen. A larger issue, Celebrity exploitation of crisis. Mauricio Umansky's incident shines a light on a troubling trend in the entertainment and influencer world. While many public figures undoubtedly use their platforms to raise awareness and help others, there are instances where their involvement feels less about charity and more about capitalizing on a tragedy. In these moments, it's crucial to ask, how can celebrities navigate such crises in a way that feels genuine and compassionate, rather than opportunistic? As wildfires continue to ravage communities in California, the real challenge remains: how can those in positions of power, like Umansky, use their influence for good without crossing into the territory of exploitation? Only time will tell if Mauricio can overcome the backlash and restore his reputation, or if this controversy will mark a turning point in how the public perceives his actions going forward.